Could it be this way? Could it be that way? Could it be this way? Could it be that way? Could it be this way? Could it be that way? Whatever, the handle is so wobbly, wobbly, wop, 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 wobbly, wop, 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 wobbly, eggy, wobbly, eggly, eggly, wobbly, eggly, eggly, hoopy, hoop. Eggy, oh wobbly, oh eggly, wobbly, eggly, wob. Eggly wop 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 wop. Oh, eggy pan, not a steering wheel. Oh yeah. Bam 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 bam. Marzipan. Never talk of marzipan in my company. Now tonight, better value for money from this live stream because some cooking is actually happening. I didn't even tell you. I just did it. I'm springing it upon you. It won't be entirely cooking because most of the cooking is already complete. Here we have a pan of onions. In another pan there we have some boiled potatoes. In an oven nearby we have some meat that's been cooking away rather slowly and ready to be joined with this and the other stuff there that's out of sight. It's going to be quite easy. I'm just going to set something going and then relax, settle down, have a chat, read some comments. No comment will be left behind today, I can tell you. Now, speaking of which, let's put that onto all messages just to make sure. I am going to simply crack on though. Oh, let's go that way. Let's go that way instead. Because I want this food ready for the moment I finish the live stream. And then I can assure you it will be rather super duper fantastic if we call. So to start with, lard. That's my choice of cooking oil. Big dollop of it. I'm going to defend the use of lard and say that we've all been somewhat fooled over the decades because it's perfectly good natural stuff. That means at some point it'll stop being cheap. It'll end up going up in price whilst other things go down. Probably not olive oil. That's not going to go down, is it? But lard will go up. All of the vegetable oils will probably go down to a point of saturation where it's not really worthwhile bothering buying to put in diesel cars, but it will go down. It'll go down. Where's my spoon? Could I want this one? No. Do I want... No. Oh, where's it gone? My favourite wooden spoon. Oh, it's there. It's there. So before I can really do a great deal of commenting and, well, basically being a host more than just doing some cookie-wookie stuff, I shall just set this on the go. I'm doing a rather slightly odd combination of a Chinese-style curry and roast potatoes. Yeah, you don't really have those together, do you? But I've had this craving for roast potatoes. And when you have a craving, sometimes it means that your body's telling me that you need it, or telling you that you need it. Got quite a lot of messages on the go. Hope that there are no sound issues. Jolly good, yes, we're picking up some people as well. Oh, 20 people watching, how fabulous. This live stream is going to be the best ever that you've seen during this time on this particular date. Ooh, up, up. Now, let's turn that down a little bit. First of all, what we want to do is put some spices in here and then rather quickly add the tomatoes. So let's go through what we're going to have. We're going to have some turmeric. That's quite a lot of turmeric, probably just about the right amount. We're going to have some coriander. That's actually way too much. That's the problem with this. I don't think I can go too far wrong with it though. Don't overdo it with this one. Some ginger. There we go. And just a few fennel seeds. And it is just a few because you really don't want to go over the top with those. Quite a bit of black pepper. And a bit of salt. Now it'd be nice to have some Himalayan pink salt, but I just haven't got any. And I'm forever hearing how much better that stuff is than just your regular table salt. But can't really do this without salt, so that's just going to have to do. I'm going to admit that that is probably way too much coriander. What do? Leave it in there? Yeah, it'll be alright. Due to the amount of spice mix that's in there, it's already soaked up all of the oil. And that means that we can't really leave it for very long at all before putting some liquid in. And that liquid, of course, is onion. Another spoonful. Oh. Another spoonful. Yeah. The rest of that onion mixture can actually just go into a plastic tub somewhere. Because it's actually quite a bit thicker than I was intending. And I'm sorry if you're wanting me to hurry up and get on with the job of actually addressing who's here. I am going to do. I most definitely am. The rest of this can go into some plastic tubs, so I'm going to just bung this out of the way for the moment. And get some water. We'll keep the heat on. And just put a couple of things away. I'm really not very comfortable leaving things out. I never am. I'm a bit OCD, right? Okay, obviously I'm not, but you know I can always pretend. I'm just going to set this off, leave it to simmer, and then I'm going to look at the potatoes because I saw this recipe on a Facebook reel, I think it was, on how to do like really super crunchy potatoes, and they're my favourite kinds. Where you have lovely brown, crunchy skin on them, but without the skin. So I say a recipe, more like a method really, because the recipe is still potatoes, isn't it? It's potatoes and oil. The method is what you do with the potatoes and oil, how long you cook it for, the other bits of preparation. So this time, normally what I would do is I'd parboil them and then bung them straight in. This time, I properly boiled them, shook them around, and now I'm going to put some oil in there and get it really stinking hot to the extent where it's going to be just about ready to explode, and then put the potatoes in. Whilst the rest of the curry is sorting itself out. So if you're doing this, add the water gradually, don't just stick it all in at once. So it cools everything down. Gosh, do you know what? I've been going for how long? 9 minutes. I feel like I'm neglecting you. I feel bad about this. I really do. I promise I'll be there with you in just one moment. I don't even normally attempt to do any multitasking when it comes to a live stream because I just think people are going to just go away and think, I'm never coming back here. Or I'm never coming back here. Never coming back here. But then, as I said, I wanted to add a little bit of extra value tonight. I don't want to be accused of begging for views off of YouTube by having my vertical live stream, but I thrive off new people coming in. I love having all the regulars, but I thrive off people I don't know coming in and surprising me. That's my favourite thing, and many of you already know that. Now those spices that I have in there, that doesn't complete it. I also want a couple of other things. And those couple of other things are a little squidge of tomato. Oh, shit. Right. A little squidge of tomato puree, not absolutely loads. A spoonful of mustard. So there are three things that are going to make this curry-like, because there's no chilies in it. I'm clumsy tonight. Which are the mustard, the pepper, and of course the ginger. That's what's going to give it its spicy kick. And last thing that's going here is going to be some soy sauce. Light soy sauce. And all that's properly up to temperature, so just a quick mix up. Turn it down to simmer. And then have a chat for 10 minutes or whatever it takes. Right, turn it down here, there we go. Just quickly put these away and sorry, and I'll be with you then. Well, hello. Fancy seeing you lot here. Glasses, that's the other thing I need. I can't really do any of this reading stuff without glasses, can I? That's fortunate because I do have some. Right, so far we have 15 people watching and 11 likes. I'm not going to promise anything if I get to 27 likes tonight. But during the course of this live stream, I'm going to tell you some rather exciting things that try again. During this rather exciting live stream, I'm going to tell you some rather exciting things that are happening. Today, and indeed tomorrow. Close the drawer. Goodbye, Candida. Right, I've done it again. I always do that. Let's get this on. Yeah, all messages. There we go. Right at the top. And Carol C is first to say excellent, which is a reference to the title of this live stream. You okay with that? You're okay? I don't mind. Peter P says, how exciting, which is another reference to it being Eggy, which, that's probably enough now, isn't it? No more Eggy references. The Greenwood says, evening all, hello Mustard, I am extremely happy to be here. So that's just too far, isn't it? Project Nigel says egg, which is correct. That is the answer to the question that people keep asking. It is the egg, not the chicken. Egg-tastic even matron. Here we go. Keep going, keep on going. Yes, Peter says Greenwood, but I think Mustard needs to talk about marzipan. I need to never talk about marzipan or think about marzipan or acknowledge its existence. You know this question of if you could get rid of one thing in the entire world, what would it be? Marzipan? No, I just don't eat it. There are far more horrible things to get rid of. I mean, not horrible to taste. I mean, there isn't anything worse to taste, but offensive things. Oh, I mean, I've already explained what I actually think marzipan really is, and it's not really something that you'd want to eat. So as long as nobody eats it, they'll stop making it because it'll be pointless. Hi, lovely people, says Diane Sturdy. Hello. No, oh, right, you get lovely marzipan in Lubeck, do you? Is it actually lovely though, or is it just not as horrible as the rest of it? Diane Sturdy loves marzipan. Are we just is this going to be a marzipan talk tonight then, or what? We can't do that. I'm going to be distracted now by this needing constantly stirring, and the worry that every time I look up, somebody's going to be talking about marzipan, and I'm going to be all upset about it. Snap, snap, snap on the lard. A little product, and one that is also in my fridge. Well, yeah, that, not this particular one, but this 50p block of lard can delight your frying goodies well and truly. It's proper stuff. Good evening, Paul and all, says Jimmy Quinn. Good evening to you, Jimmy Quinn. Nice to have you here. Same, I only found small amounts of Marks and Spencer, though. I guess that's the M&S you're talking about. Either that or the Michael Schenker group. I don't want to buy a big one. Just got a mouthful. Oh, okay. Butter, olive oil, and coconut fat in our home, says Carol C. Good for you. Oh, look at this. Buster is here. Hello, Buster. If you're still here, welcome to this live stream. I don't believe I'm familiar with you. Chinese from the takeaway offers chips, so roast potatoes are a healthy version of that, really. They do offer chips, yeah. Yeah. And this would work well with chips, wouldn't it? So, I mean, they're just potatoes, aren't they? They're just potatoes. I was thinking yesterday, really, about the main differences between an Indian curry and a Chinese curry. And this, actually, I cook by things that I think go in there, by things I detect, rather than going off a recipe. So to me, the actual difference is the Chinese curry isn't heavy on tomato or cumin, whereas or fenugreek, whereas your Indian it's heavy on tomato and fenugreek and cumin, and that's the biggest kind of difference. There are other things as well that can go into there, but sometimes you can overcomplicate it and it's not really that good because of it. Chinese chips sound so wrong, says Peter P. I was watching James May new program tonight. He's copied mustard with his hairstyle. He has indeed. Good old James May. I often think he was always my favourite of the Top Gear presenters. I mean, he was not the most talented one, that's clearly Jeremy, but I just like his laid back style. And now that he's copying me, I'm going to like him even more, aren't I? They're usually cooked in sesame oil, so are too far delicious. What are the chips? Chips are. Any turmeric? Yes, I put turmeric in there. What do you mean, any turmeric? Doctor, how, what, where? Yes, you was here last time. Turmeric. Turmeric's good in this. Did I put turmeric in it? Yes, I did. That was the first thing. Can you make me question what I'm doing there? I made sure I got all of the ingredients that I wanted for this particular food before I started, so that I didn't end up getting confused because I'm trying to do two things more than I should be. Well, I mean, one thing's fine, two things not so fine. And sounds like a sauna. Yeah, it would do. Hari Krishnan, did you have an experience in Ghost? Did you have experience in Ghost? You mean, have I ever seen a ghost? I might have done, but you know, I just basically pretended it wasn't real and just carried on with what I was doing. I have headphones on, and the sauna pan sizzling is enjoyable. Yeah, it's amazing how some of us like this kind of thing. You can't hear it now, though, can you? And I think I am going to need a bit more water in here before very long at all. Oh, hang on. ready for... Oh, yeah, of course, I turned the oven right down because I'm satisfied that that meat is well and truly cooked. Get a bit more water into there. So does anybody else cook like me, where you basically don't measure anything? You just go off feel. I mean, actually, I think it's the way it should be done. Like when you go and park your car, I know you don't get your car out so you can go and park it, but you arrive at your destination, whether it be the supermarket or court, wherever you like, you've got to park your car. You can drive it in or you can reverse it in. If your spatial awareness skills aren't too great, then driving it in might mean you're going to have the back end sticking out. If they're also not too great, backing it in might be a problem because you won't see really what you're just about to crash into. But what you don't tend to do is get out with your measuring stick or anything like that. I mean, I did this as a joke once where I parked in a spot, I did a good job of it, and then I got my tape measure out and I measured the distance from the white line to my front wheel and the back wheel, and then on the other side as well, to see whether that was satisfactory parking. And it was something like about 5 mil out. No, it might have been more. It might have been a centimetre and a half. And now that is obviously not enough to worry about. But I corrected it because I was making a video. The point being, if you park your car in the space and it's straight, and on one side your wheel is that far off the white line, and on the other it's that far, no one's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Have you actually got a license? Have you learned to pass your driving? Have you actually got a driving license, mate?" They wouldn't do, because they don't talk like that around here anyway. So if anybody spoke to you like that, you'd probably just run into the shop quickly and ask the security guard to go and have a look. Yes. So I hope you agree with that point. Don't forget to like, says Jimmy Quinn, and I like the fact that you said don't forget to like. I appreciate that. Thank you. Don't forget to like, as Jimmy said. Snap trays. I'm a bit worried on how this is going to turn out with the moment of the coriander spilled into the pan. With that amount, well, coriander is actually, I don't think you can go too far wrong by just having a bit more. I mean, that was quite a bit more than what I meant, but just as a precaution, let's just have a little taste of this. No problems there. Nope. Oh. Gosh, I'm looking forward to that. The mustard gives it a lovely kind of tang to it as well. So as you eat it, it just makes you want to consume more of it. If you like this, I mean, anyone with any proper taste would like it, so you decide. Guys on a trike is here. The type of potato is important. The type of potato is quite important, but not as important as the method. That's what I think. Anyway, hello, guys on a trike. I have a problem with putting things away, says the Greenwood. If I put things away, they cease to exist. I dislike that about my brain. They don't actually cease to exist, do they? You know what you could do? Maybe it would look just as cluttered, but if your cupboard doors were perspex, so you could see exactly what's in there, then they wouldn't cease to exist, would they? But the downside is that it wouldn't look tidy even when you've closed the door and put everything away, unless you were really, really anal about how things went away in the cupboards. And I don't know whether you are. What's cooking, asks Gaz on a trike. A squidge of tomato shite. It's a Chinese style curry and some roast potatoes. Maris Piper or King Edwards, asks Carol C. What? Which ones are they? They're not either. They're just the generic potatoes. They're just quite big ones. They're quite big ones. They're okay. They'll do the job. Ideally, I'd prefer my own homegrown potatoes. Have you ever grown potatoes? Because I have. I've grown a few things. I had just the ordinary potatoes that aren't that expensive, and they got to the point where they were starting to sprout legs out. Excuse me, excuse me. That's making my eye water, that is. Yeah, they were starting to sprout their legs out, and I thought, ooh, should I just bin them? But no, what I did instead, I popped out to the garden and dug a little hole and bunged them in there with a bit of compost, and then waited a few months and had to dig up. Well, you dig them up when you can see the plants coming out. You can see all the greenery, you know there's some potatoes going on underneath there. Dug them out, and they tasted like extra potatoes. Like, they were like potato flavoured potatoes. It was really interesting. They were great. I really liked them. If only I had somewhere to do that now, I would do. Canned tea. Canned tea. Oh, hang on, I missed one there. Dropped a new jar of sun-dried tomato paste today. I wasn't happy about it. You're not supposed to be happy about it. Canned tea. Hello, Mr. Warlock. Hello. There's another new name for me. And Greenwood, my man. Greenwood, my man. Yep. Mustard doesn't want marzipan to exist. Very nice. Very nice. G-Wood is a great bloke. I indeed. Almond is almond. Or, almond is almond or almond. Well, it's almond, isn't it? It's not almond. No, there's an L in there. Good evening, Captain Matron, and good evening, chat, says Mark Prasad. That was my best voice for when one day I end up announcing the trains, which is not a job I've ever asked for, and I can't see I'm ever going to have, but it's not going to stop me from practicing it. Good one, good one. Have we got a joke here? Are we having a joke at last? I see, right. Diane Sturdy says, a chicken and egg walk into the bar. The barman says, who's first? I wonder what you'd give an egg. I don't mean out of 10, but like the egg goes into the bar and says, all right, yeah, I don't normally drink, but can you guess what kind of drink I would like? You have to be a really smart barman to not only figure out what kind of drink the egg actually wants, but to serve it as well. And, you know, you could definitely try. Auction or auction or auction. Well, Gaz, I would call it auction rather than auction or auction. I quite like these. You can do more of these. Mustard, you mentioning marzipan in your opening sentence started us off. I know I did. And that's wasn't actually my intention, but actually I'm comfortable talking about things I don't like. Are your children having a lovely half time? Asks Carol C. Yeah, they are. They're making a lot of noise upstairs actually as well, which is typical. Diane Sturdy's at it, right? Okay, why does a Frenchman normally only have a single egg for breakfast? Because one egg is enough. Go on, let's have a 4 for that. All right, Jim Fit us. Let's just call you Jim Fit, okay? Hello, Uncle Jack Sparrow. How are you? No one's called me that before, Jack Sparrow. I mean, it's not like I'm wearing eye makeup, is it? I'm all right. I'm all right. I feel much better without the eye makeup, though. Surely, auction is only said by the Maroon Master David Dickinson. Auction. Does he call it auction? Yeah, didn't know that. Marzipan would be a good cat name. Do you know what, Peter? I agree. That would be a marzipan I like, because I like cats. I don't care how murderous they are. I like them. and I want one. I'd love to have a cat, but I can't have one, and that's a shame. I can't have a yard cat though. I mean, as long as there are cats coming into the yard, I'm perfectly happy with that. There's a school cat. There's the school. There's a cat in the school. There's a cat that comes in the school and stays in the school all day. Everyone should have a cat. Everywhere should have a cat. What about a hospital cat? Could you get away with that? Or a police station cat? I mean, they've had that kind of thing. I mean, nowadays it wouldn't work because police stations don't exist, do they? Or what else? A swimming pool's cat. Supermarket cat. They prefer the rats, don't they? Leonardo Pieria. Fala Skylab. Hello. Gazna Trike says, at auction for me, because the Creosote King is certainly a fan of auction. Stratospherian is here. Good evening, Stratospherian. Oh, I don't know why, but Marzipan reminds me of Nazis in the Third Reich. I don't know why either. That is quite an unusual observation, but we have these kind of observations, don't we? Ghosts are just astral planers, says the Greenwood. There's an interesting idea. Light is the right skin. Light is the right skin. Yeah. I want you to be honest with this random question. I will be. How do you pay your bills? Because I'm struggling, just curious. Well, you don't have to pay my bills. If you pay your own bills rather than mine, then you'll be all right. It just takes a bit of practice and getting your name right, and then you'll be okay. Just practice it with me. Repeat your name, your own bill, and then you'll be better off. Invest in mustard farts. That doesn't look like there's going to be happening tonight, actually. Oh, right, okay. What did Peter say? I didn't actually see Peter do anything unusual there, actually, so let's leave that one. Invest in mustard farts again. Oh, right, hang on. Hey, Green, who's joking? I don't know. Gaslighting. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating, says Dr. Snorkel. Dr. Snorkel, that's a cool name. 8 out of 10 for that one. I like that name. Dr. Snorkel. Yeah, that's good. Right, if you don't know, I like to award anyone new that pops into the live stream a mark out of 10 for their username or their jokes or anything else that happens to be something that you've brought in to be observed. So you carry on with that. That's great. Having cooked for a family of 6 over the past 30 years, says Mark Passard, I do trust my judgment for spices, bases for curries, but I will weigh rice and pasta. I don't do that. Well, again, it's more like, how much do you want? I want this amount. Put that amount in then. I know what you mean though, I suppose, about rice. Sometimes, you think you've got just the right amount in there, and then by the time it's cooked, it's too much. But you can keep it for the next day. In fact, you can keep it for about a week in the fridge. Another issues with rice and cooking it properly are reheating it, botulism for one thing. But I trust rice reheated over pasta, personally. Johnny Sins is here. Hi, buddy. Johnny Sins. Now, Johnny Sins, that with the way you said hi, buddy, there, it's almost like you're somebody I know, and I do know plenty of people called Johnny or John. And you even look like a friend of mine called John. So let's clarify this. Are you my friend John from Godalming? Jim Fitz says, coriander enhance the taste of soups. It does, yeah, especially if you're using fresh coriander. Muffin Man, why are you so negative? That's just it. I like to do a live stream where I pop along and ruin everybody's day. And then my day feels better. That's the answer. Thank you for joining. Hope you press like. Organic farming. Organic. Ross William Ulbrich. Well, I wouldn't really know, to be absolutely honest. I like hamsters, so let's go for that one. Another little mix-up, and we probably want a bit more water in here. I'm going to, another 10 minutes, I'm going to bung the meat in there and take the potatoes and put them in there. So they're basically just going to trade places. They'll say hello as they pass by. I have grown sweet potatoes, says Mark Sturdy. I was going to Diane Sturdy. Almond. You don't really say almond. You don't really say almond, do you? It's kind of a cross between almond. It's almost like an A, almond, but you almost get rid of the A, so it's almond. Tommy Lee, I'm first bitch. Or is that AM and AM first? Somebody who's a bitch in the morning, probably okay in the afternoon. Welcome, Tommy Lee. Eggnog. Noggety dog, frog. Eggnog song. we cannot be doing that unless we get to some ridiculous amount of viewers on the go. If I'm going to embarrass myself, I may as well do it in front of 100 people rather than 19 people who've already seen me do it. Come on, it makes sense, doesn't it? Mustard must have a magnet for weirdos, says Diane Sturdy. Not quite. I mean, it's we're going to have different people coming in, and there's always going to be a bit of a clash on the way that people think and the way that they express themselves, and I'm happy with that clash. I really am. Thank you, Fun Size Hope. Thank you, Fun Size Hope. Whoop. Well, we missed that one then. Miss Alia, hello, welcome back. And Jimmy, Carol C, I'm being nosy. What is that tattoo on your arm? It's not that nosy, it's just a question, isn't it? It's you want a close look? There we go. It is basically 4 rings intertwined with each other, which was a design by my friend, the tattoo artist in Littleborough called Rob Ratcliffe. And that was one of his first ever tattoos that he did, which was about 1980, no, not 1980, 1991, I think it was. I don't like cats, especially when they get fur all over me. I thought you were going to say something else then. Says Miss Alia. Where's the best place to find out about eggs? In a encyclopedia. Go on, I'll give you 3 out of 10 for that one. Fish Caribbean says 1976. Well removed that. Oh dear. Well done, the Greenwood, for removing something. I didn't even get to see it myself. It's like I'm being protected, isn't it? Stuff like that. Ah, right, I see. I'll have to ask about that later. So it should be right, okay. Rico Rochelle, hi from Germany, Rostock. There, welcome, Rico. Bye, Tyler. Ah, it wasn't the old Tyler, was it? What was he called? Tyler Kennedy. Tyler Kennedy was a great contributor to my live streams, and then he disappeared. Maybe he fell out of his canal boat. Is the pizza burnt? I haven't got a pizza. Yeah. Hello, Captain Mustard. Hello, everyone, says Andrew Buttigieg. Welcome as ever you are. Thank you for joining. You'll get to your comment. I will do. Well, no, I haven't seen a comment by. Right, hang on. And it looks like I'm not going to do now as well. Mustard is a very cool guy and a successful wizard, says Canty. I'm a very successful wizard, but I'm really a cool guy. Yeah, I am. Of course I am. I'm cool. I'm proper cool. I'm the kind of cool that cool people strive to be, but can never manage it because they're trying too hard. Hi, Gaz. Hi. I can't believe it's not marzipan. Just realised the race. Ah, right, I see. I didn't see that one. Jade Payton. Is having fish easy? I have a cat. I'm scared he'd try and jump into the tank. Well, Jade, the thing is, I don't think they'd be that bothered. I mean, they would do, but I think they see things going on. But I think they just get used to it and then just ignore it after a while. Because, you know, unless they can actually get the lid off, how are they going to get in the tank? Don't worry about it too much. Kiwi Cat says hi to everyone. And Mark Prasad saying hello. Joshua Farrier, have a great day. Best wishes and God bless each of you. Thank you very much, Joshua. A lot of comments are coming through our end, says Jade. Oh. My joke scores are getting better, ruining my reputation. I know. You need to try terrible jokes a bit more if you don't want anyone to laugh. I subscribe, says Kiwi Cat. Oh, thank you very much. Hopefully you like the live stream as well and you'll join me for many more. Make sure you're in all messages, says Greenwood, but some of the comments I've had to remove because they're offensive, and that's probably what he's referring to. And yeah, that's indeed how it goes. Not that I get to, well, I like it like this, okay? I am your host, and you can have a pop at me. I'm fine. You can say what you like to me. I'm really not too bothered. But it has to be within. It has to be. I won't be offended, but you have to make sure you don't offend anybody else by doing it. Oh, Batman Rubin's here as well. Now, here we go. Here we have a break from the reading the comments, and I will come back to them, but I don't need to at the moment because I caught up. And catching up is the perfect opportunity to catch up with this, because obviously I'm not cooking things to not eat. Gosh, my elbow's hurting. This elbow has been giving me some really bad jip. It's like an arthritis thing, and it's sticking out a bit. And just simply picking things up like that is becoming painful. It's rather strange. Right, now that meat has been in the oven for quite a while. So the really fatty bits on it have almost completely melted. And that's what you want, really. Unless you like to chew on the fat. Do you like to chew on the fat? Where's my big spoon gone? I'm sure I had a big spoon a minute ago. Did I? Oh, yeah, it's over there. I mustn't forget to actually put the onions into a plastic container at some point. Right, so do you want to see this? You might as well, haven't you? So quite slow cooked pork bits there. But it was 4 pork steaks, and gradually, as they cook down, I chop them up into bite-sized pieces. And when I say bite-sized, I mean the kind of bite size that you chew up and quite possibly cut in half with a knife and fork as well. But you don't want it like the whole lot to be tiny little bits like that, do you? You don't want them post chewed up sized pieces. Who's ever heard of anything appetizing called that? I haven't. I did think of something like that. I remember being at school once and thinking, imagine if somebody started marketing a particular type of food that was, I didn't think of the word post, but had already been chewed up for you. so all you do is you stick it in your mouth and swallow it. So it'd be in a can. What could we have? Fish and chips, say for example. Pre-chewed up fish and chips. So it's full of saliva and it's already broken down nicely. So you open up the can and you just go... What a strange idea. But then again, it's It's thinking up of things like that that make people individual. If you're not afraid to say, I thought of this idea that I know that nobody would actually like, and I'm not even being ironic. Obviously, it's a stupid idea, but it amused me to think of it. And as time has actually gone on, it doesn't seem quite as stupid now as it did when I was about 15. Because what I didn't see happening, boiled eggs, pre-cracked, pre-peeled boiled eggs and then sealed back up with something else. Because that was quite possibly the most spectacular, strange thing ever. Can you think of one worse? I mean, we all experience a bit of food laziness. And you may even say, well, no, actually, it sounds odd, but I can tell you where that would make sense. But I can't think of one myself. I mean, for example, if you've got a boiled egg that's wrapped up in plastic, then you've got to throw the plastic away, haven't you? If you've got a boiled egg that's wrapped up in its own shell, then you've got to throw that away. But at least if you drop some of that on the floor, it will break down and won't be long-term litter. Can't really say that with plastic, can you? And maybe, of course, it's actually cracking the thing open. Maybe some people will struggle to actually get an egg out of its shell. I don't know. I'd be quite keen to see some opinions on that kind of thing. I'm sure last year I pointed out onions, pre-cut up onions in a bag. And I'm sure somebody said to me, yeah, but this, that, or what have you. I thought, yeah, all right, fair enough. Fair dues. Right, let's put this on the back burner instead so it's a bit more out of the way. And then with this big thingy here, I'm going to dunk a great big chunk of lardy onto it, which I will get to a nice temperature. I think I need a bit more than that actually. There we go, 2 big jocking pieces of lard. Half a block used up for this particular meal. Then I'm going to whack the heater up, the oven rather, we'll whack the oven up. And put that in there. And whilst that gets to temperature, once it actually gets to temperature, those potatoes can actually just go straight in there. And we'll have another one of those ASMR moments, see if that's the kind of thing you like. Oh look, I've got 24 likes. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Please do more. I'm not going to complain about you liking my live stream or my videos or wanting to be a subscriber to the channel or a channel member. Oh, let's remind you of that. Channel members. Channel members get the benefit of seeing all the videos I produce a day earlier. I'm afraid now you still have to have the adverts on there because it's only 99 pence. I mean, it's not like 50 quid, is it? So, but it'll make you feel good. Being a channel member to this channel will make you feel good in the morning. You'll wake up and think, oh, it's raining. But it's okay because I'm a channel member to Captain Mustard. Honestly, try it. Oh, I just noticed somebody who I'm very pleased to see actually. And I'll come to her in just 1 second. But I must stick with it. We've had 4 cats, and when we had a gish tank, never had any issues. Now birds, different story. With the cats, not the fish. Cook me some food too. Well, let's look at the logistics of that. Are you in Great Britain, and are you within 5 miles of Rochdale, so you could actually come around and have some whilst it's still hot? Lily and Gish, I'm silent on that. Drink turmeric milk, it helps your joint pain. Well, yes, I know. Do you know what? The only joint pain I'm having at the moment really is my elbow. But I have lots of turmeric. I cook lots of curries and things, and always putting turmeric in. I cook soup. I make soup. I put turmeric in that. It's good stuff. Can I have some chocolate roses and celebrations? I don't know, you can. Unfortunately, they won't be coming from me. And there we have Sophie Richardson. Hello, Sophie. How wonderful to have you back. It's been quite a while. And Sophie is a friend of most of the community here, but she's been rather busy with things. So presumably, your absence has been because your job's going quite well, or Neil's job's going well, or what have you. Andrew Buttigieg says Boaty will be doing more than chewing the fat after the 1st of March. Well, what if Boaty decides that he's failed at being a heterosexual, now he's got to be a gay man? What if he fails at that as well? Agree. Everybody saying hello to Sophie and everybody here. Oh, you've got a cold. Oh dear. I'm sorry about that. We all get colds, don't we? The second cold. We're all cold. Trey C is here as well. Can I mod 2? Can you mod 2 what? How many do you normally have? 4? Anyway, welcome Tracy. Neil has been the Neil since we were all in a hotel having drinks. Random R dude. That sounds quite good, actually. I like that. Legendary evening. Give the egg a couple of drinks and it'll come out of its shell. Oh, very good, actually. That sounds like almost like an improvised joke there, which is always to be congratulated. Thank you, Gaz. Sophie's missed us. That's nice to know. And we've missed Sophie as well, and Neil, and missing you. And we just realised we're no longer Sophie Ellis Bextor. Sophie Ellis Bextor wanted her name back, apparently. Edit's Core. No, I don't want to think of that name, actually. I won't give you one. Staying Off the Grid is here. Staying Off the Grid, oh, that's a new one. And Staying Off the Grid says, look at the gay man. Brilliant. I tell you what, this is what I love about new people, that they're so clever sometimes. I mean, I've really struggled to keep up with the wit. And I am generally quite a witty man, but welcome. Let's see what else you've got to say. Gay face? Gay face. And not only like a gay face with a, that's kind of rolling eyes. It's like, oh, why have you gone and done that? You know, you could have just been gay, but you've gone and got a gay face as well. I know, I was very, very disappointed. But anyway, welcome to the channel and the live stream. Hope you like it. Edits Core. I'm from India. Good. I like having people from India. He sleeps with men. Brilliant. I'll tell you what. This guy, is it? Well, Staying Off the Grid could be a man. It could be a lady. I'm not really sure. I'm going to hazard a guess at about 13, something like that. 13, boy. At an age where you probably haven't figured out whether you're gay or not yet. Hi, Edits. He's married to a man. Okay, stop now. This is really starting to hurt my stomach. Hi. Go away. Edits. Hello, Andrew. Sophie says, I don't want to think about what we are, but we are blocking anyone and don't want to have just what we just have a grown-up life. Yes, okay. We just want to get on with like what both says. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's what I thought. That you and Neil are basically, you've got enough in your life at the moment. You've got to get on and do the proper grown-up stuff. Nobody Nobody thinks anything else, Sophie. Don't worry about it. Why is it funny that he's married to a man? Unless, of course, that man is Donald Trump, says Greenwood. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Because he's definitely a heterosexual, isn't he? And he's the president. He's the president of the United States of America. And if he was to be married to a man from Britain, that would cause havoc. I mean, for one thing, he wouldn't have been elected, would he? We had roast duck and I saved the fat from the cooking. The fat makes great crispy roast potatoes, says Carol C. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I just realised something. When you have, you make a sauce like this, you do have to stay on top of how liquid it is. Because you don't want it drying out. But you also don't want it to be too runny. There we go. Have a bit of that. You'll be fine. Oh, I still got a bit of cup of tea left. I could do with a new one altogether, really, but probably not going to happen now, is it? Let's see if there were any other comedians in. That's exactly what I want. Oh, who was it who said that now? Who was it with the funny stuff? Staying off the grid, yes. Staying off the grid, I challenge you to tell some jokes that are really funny. That's what I'd really like. Luke Marshall, I got some blasted Frank Sinatra songs stuck in my head. Well, that's interesting that you got more than one, because normally an earworm is just one song that's there and it won't go away. It just keeps on looping round and round and round and irritating you. And it's usually a song you don't like as well. It's like kind of punishment. Mark Prasad says, at me, I would encourage anyone who watches YouTube regularly, which I do, is to get a premium subscription, which I think is good value and saves the angst of ad breaks. Well, that's exactly what they want you to do. So, yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Why not? Luther Marshall says, I talked to two straight guys that were bullied as children and they were just trying to look for a group to fit in. They sort of got convinced by other people and themselves that they were gay. There's an interesting story, actually. But really, they were just trying to find a group to fit in. There's the problem, actually. You know, people worry too much about fitting in. And I know, you know, there's an age where you do want just to be accepted, and during your teen years, and you know, before you're sort of 10, you don't really worry about it. And then you get to a teenager, and it becomes all important that you fit in and that people like you and stuff. And then you get into your 20s, if you're still thinking that kind of thing, that's when you become reasonably unhappy. And then hopefully, as you get into your 30s, you just become yourself, and you think, well, I'd rather be me than you, so why would I want to copy you? And then definitely 40s and 50s is absolutely a proper free-for-all. That's why older people are happier than younger people, because they've realised this. But obviously, younger people don't tend to want to take that advice on too early. Don't use the same word twice, do I? Hooked on Marzipan is here, yes. Hello, Simone. Hi, it's Marzipan. Well, that's a happy ending. Yeah, I mean, it is a happy ending, yeah. Great news, Sophie. Don't like Sophie Ellis Bextor, says Aid Braid. Well, you don't have to like Sophie Ellis Bextor. I, for one, do quite like her. Although I preferred her when she was a bit less skinny. Well done, Sophie. Finger crossed for you. Hello, good luck. Hello, hi all. Hello, good evening. Hello, thanks everyone. I hope I get better by Friday. Me too, absolutely. Lots more hellos. Oh, and here we have Emma Lemon. Hello, my name is Emma. So very pleased to meet you all. And I could do that in her voice. Hello, my name is Emma. So very pleased to meet you all. Did I do good? Did I do balls? Hello, my name is Emma, so very pleased to meet you all. You're always doing impressions of me, there's mine of you. Now, are we? Nope. The light's not gone off, so that means that the oven isn't even up to temperature just yet. But it will be. Give it some time. First time I saw Sophie Ellis Bextor was when her mum showed her off in Blue Peter. She had a pea-sized lump on her earlobe, and no one mentions that now. That was worded, Gaz, a bit like a Windy Miller comment there. That was really interesting. If Mustard is married to a man, who's going to explain that to the real Mrs. Mustard? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be me. Not me, no. Eggy Lemon, yep. Baldest Nasty says fish, exactly, yep. Baldest Nasty. How many eggs have you had today, Mustard? 4. I had 3 fried eggs this morning, and I had a boiled egg that I've had in my briefcase for a couple of days. I've still got 1 left. I've got a boiled egg for tomorrow when I get a bit peckish. Very pleased to meet. I saw Janet Ellis in the Lego shop once with Sophie's children. Not really celeb gossip. It's not if you don't know who she is. Headmistress, close enough. Are earworms related to earwigs? Well, you know they're not, but carry on. From Dallas, earwigs are worn by self-conscious bald earworms. You realise that that's actually a joke there. I don't think you meant it as a joke, but just an observation. So as a joke, I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10, Gaz. Thank you very much for your efforts. I'm just thinking about time because I'm going to finish up. I'm going to finish up the live stream, not now, but in a bit, at about probably 10:30. 10:30. Not sure. J.R. Earwig. I saw the world's largest egg this week. That will take some beating. Well, Diane, I like that one. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10, actually. What do you get when you cross a tinkle with a potato? A dictator. Oh gosh, I've heard that one before somewhere. I like that one. Even though, yeah, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10. Oh yes, Dallas passed me by. Merida on the dance floor. Oh, Moida on the dance floor. Merida on the dance floor. No more egg jokes now. I have to come out of my shell. Oh gosh. Oh look, I say I've got 28 likes. When I pass 27 likes, I am allowed. I actually award myself a beer if I have any. Right, let's check this now, because at this point, I really should get myself an oven glove, shouldn't I? At this point is where I'm going to take out the very, very hot tray. I should have a bit more room here than what I have. Oh, of lard. Yes. Did you like the sound of that? Some of these potatoes are more like mash now, but I'm sticking with this idea. I mean, I've already started. Now, there is too many there anyway for what I want. But back to the comments. And now everything's cooked, isn't it? Because it's just really a waiting game. Well, I mean, not quite. I've got to... oh, gosh! I've got a capsicum there. I've got to put that in. Oh, and also I've got some lemons. So a bit of lemon zest on this particular curry wouldn't go amiss. I'll do that in a while. Yeah. Wet patch on the dance floor. Emma is now Olivia Colman. Emma. Hey? Oh, right, I see. Yes, yeah, I forgot what I did there. I thought it was a good impression of Emma and a very good impression of Olivia Colman. Big Daddy Fart. Big Daddy Fart. Not the best name ever, but I do quite like it, so I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Damn, diarrhea strikes again. When in rumours, they say. Gosh, imagine being so loose that you actually name yourself after one of your unfortunate activities, like diarrhea. Otter MG is here. Why did Humpty Dumpty push Mrs. Dumpty off the wall? To see her crack. That's kind of making me cringe a little bit, that one, Otter. Queen Emma, unfazed, says, you look half gay. Which half gay, though? That's the bit I'm curious about. And what happened to using the word you rather than a you? Because it doesn't really mean the same thing, does it? It actually kind of, if I was the kind of person to be offended by such a comment, I would point that out. But I'm not, so I'm not going to. And that makes it sound like I'm offended, but I'm not. I don't really give a toss. But let's get back to using proper words. That's what I want. Emma Lemon says, next time I meet up with you, Mustard, I want us to spend 20 minutes pretending to be each other. What about that for a competition? Let's see who could be the most convincing other. I would be very keen on that, actually. Oh, the sound of the fridge door opening and the sound of something coming out. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? The sound of the fridge door opening. What could it be coming out? And here I walk back over here with a glass in my hand and a beer in the other. I've got 29 likes. Why not? Why not indeed? I deserve it. Ah, gosh. When you've been drinking tea all day, that first cool beer that doesn't cost a fortune, fizzling away from the bottom of the glass like that, it's fabulous. Wonderful. Great idea, Emma. I like the idea, by the way. Definitely. I most definitely like that idea. I mean, come on. Well, there's a point. Boaty and I do this together. Although usually when I start being boaty in front of him, he kind of just stops and gives up. He finds impressions of himself quite amusing. He doesn't really tend to come back and try and do like an impression of me. But we should do. In fact, that should be a basic community kind of challenge, really. If you ever meet somebody, you've got to try and talk like them, and they've got to try and talk like you. So good. 9 points for that, Emma. Well done. Well done for that suggestion. Yeah. On top or bottom, Unfazed says Peter P. Are you talking about panto horses again, Peter? Memphis Bleak's World. Memphis Bleak's World, that's interesting. I like that name, Memphis Bleak. What a cool name that is. And world, so it could be all about Memphis Bleak, which I presume is your name. Hello, Daddy. I don't know what that is. Maybe your daddy's here, or maybe not. Maybe everyone is someone you consider as a parental figure. Could be six something. Nan Family Love. Could I have a shout out? My name's Regan. I love your videos. Well, of course you can, Regan. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Welcome indeed. I hope you liked it. Can you imagine Says the Greenwood. We should always expand upon these things, which is a good point. And I forgot to do it myself there. Can you imagine if your top half was straight but your bottom half was gay? You'd be wanting to kiss and chat people of the opposite sex, but your lower portions would want the same sex. And it would be really, really awkward, wouldn't it? In every situation. Even if you got married to someone like that. In the church, if you got married in the church, it'd be like, oh, no, you are now man and man, or man and half man, or what have you. You may now handshake the bride. Question from Carol C. Why shouldn't you tell us secrets on a farm? Because the potatoes have eyes, the corn have ears, and the beans stalk. Ooh. 2 out of 10. Your jokes are just too good, says Peter P. Why does it feel so good, says Batman Ruby? Are we talking about the Sophie Ellis Bextor song? Hooked on Classics as a joke. Yes. Let's read it out nicely, shall we? Did you hear about the Irishman and the princess? Burnt his tinkle on the exhaust pipe. Oh. Interestingly, I thought the old Irishman jokes had gone out of fashion a bit, but they still keep popping up. He did the same with the ambassador, but at least he got spoiled by him. Oh, that's brilliant, guys. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, you can have another 8 out of 10 for that embellishment, I think. Bilbo T. Baggins, another one of my favourite YouTube usernames. You should take out some of that old chimney breast and recess the tank. Would look awesome. How much does it? Well, you're absolutely right. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? But this is a rented house. You don't tend to start knocking down walls in a rented house. You're just not really allowed, are you? It's just not what you do. He did name the same ambassador. Oh, hang on, I've already read that one. Stephen Alexander Wagner. Or is it Wagner? Stephen Alexander Wagner. Hi, I'm sick. Now, are we sick as in you're ill, or sick as in what some people say, like something's really good? I don't know. We'll have to come back and give a bit more information. Did somebody say lemons? Says Emma Lemon. Lots of people did, actually. Lemons. Oh, yes, of course. Hi, this is Emma. I'm going to grate her into my curry to make it taste better. You'll not know whether it works or not, but I can assure you that it will do. There, spoken like a true sportsman there. They all talk like that, don't they? It's just something I've noticed. And what do you get? Lemon. Pancakes, lemonade, give them a squeeze. Whoa, I was in a fart competition once. Yeah. Forgiveness is underrated. Says, I like the fish. Thank you. Top Gasser. I ate a bulk-sized can of beans before it started. Oh, right. Oh, so he was serious then. You know, there's actual farting competition and the risk of things going wrong there. I mean, you know, a bulk size, you eat like a really huge can of beans. That'd make you feel really rough, wouldn't it? Rough. Neve Pona says, sing me a song. I don't just sing songs for people, not unless they're putting the money down on the table. Like any street performer, I need to be paid for it. Bulk Hogan, sing me a song. I'm a Diddy mode tonight. says Raul Mendes. Hi, forgiveness, he's a piano man. Oh, defecating protogram. Anyone fancy a colonic? Well, that, again, is another fantastic way to introduce yourself. And obviously, that is what your speciality is. But I'm going to tell you that defecating protogram, what a cool name that is. It sounds kind of completely wrong, but I do also really rather like it. So I'm going to have to give you a 9 out of 10 for that one. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. How far am I behind? I'm not too far behind, am I? Not too far behind at all. Thor! Oh, Thor is here. Oh, brilliant. That's a cool fish tank. Mr. Rogers used to have a fish tank. Oh, I know he did. I saw his fish tank. It was awfully, wonderfully full of fish. And the kind of fish that, swam around. Handshake. Yeah, a handshake. Imagine that. Yeah. What chat is he reading? Asks, forgiveness is underrated. Wow. Well, this chat here, of course. You must be used to the kind of live stream where nobody's actually having any kind of conversation. 5 minutes behind is not that far. Mustard is reading comments, he'll catch up. Oh, OG Renegade, bust a huge fart, please. Oh, I would do. I'd love to be busting out a huge fart right now, but I simply haven't got the gas on the go. So, come back another time. Or hang on, and it might work. 8. Is this a joke from Big Daddy Fart? What's the difference between a baby and a bag of cocaine? Oh, no, we can't read that one out. Oh, that one's a bit naughty. I mean, obviously it's quite a while back, but it's definitely not going to be amusing for anyone that's experienced anything like that. I think that's, ow, shut my knee. I think it's the kind of joke that, in many jokes between two people, they can be as offensive as you like, but you run the risk of upsetting people if you tell them publicly. I'll say that there. I mean, I'm not offended by it. I don't really find anything offensive. Well, besides marzipan. But nobody tries to make me eat that. They're not really done yet. Didn't think they would be. Oh gosh, that's hot. As I said earlier on in this live stream, I'm doing these potatoes in a slightly different fashion to what I normally would do. Normally I'd have them on a much lower heat, just keep moving them around, and eventually they crunch up. But this time, high heat, extra fat, just like me. Although these days I'm not extra fat, and that's the thing. I am a stone and a half lighter than what I was just over a year ago because of eating fat. It's amazing. It's amazing, really. Religious square of... Ugh. What? What's going on there? Ah, right. Opened up my chimney breast, bloody cold in my gaff now. Why the cow on the stomach? Why the cow 4 stomach and only 1 gat? Oh, gut, says Himbo. Well, I mean, all creatures are made differently, aren't they? They have different things that they need. Thor says cows actually live off bacteria. The only reason they eat grass is to make more bacteria in their stomach. And that's a rather wonderful and insightful comment, actually. Thank you very much, Thor. Bacteria-fed meat. That's what we eat. I mean, what our animals eat to produce their flesh isn't something we'd want to eat, is it? Oh, Petri Alexander Konstantin, you find out Christian... right, yes. No, I forgot all about that, actually. Christian Bale. Apparently I look like Christian Bale. Religious square of straw. Christian is a great singer. Salt and vinegar chips are goat, says Regan Rebel. Salt and vinegar on crisps. Salt and vinegar, did I just say then? Salt and vinegar. But so good at pronouncing my surname. Chip butties are pretty good. Tommy G's here. Scotland forever. Presumably, yeah. Imagine if Scotland wasn't there one day and, you know, you just popped into England to Morrison's, because I don't think they have Morrison's in England, in Scotland. Yeah. Actually, I'd be very surprised if that was actually true. But there will be a supermarket or a kind of shop that Scotland just doesn't have, and you really like it. So you think, right, I'm going to pop down there. I'm going to get my favourite thing, whatever that happens to be. I don't know. I'm not going to make any kind of judgment. And then you're on your way home, and Scotland's disappeared. You go, wow. Would you pick the correct day or the incorrect day to go and retrieve something that you couldn't buy in Scotland? There's the question. Some may say, well, you pick the incorrect day because you can never go home. And others will say, well, your home doesn't exist any longer, so maybe you wouldn't exist either. Tough one, isn't it? Let's hope it never happens. And the more people that say Scotland forever, the more likely it won't. So well done, Tommy, and welcome to my live stream, which you are a good part of. Jalen, what fish in the tank? Well, those ones behind me, gosh, I say that every time. Wet fish, yeah, wet fish, yes. He struggled a bit with that. Who did? Don't know. Did you buy the seashells pic, or did it come with a house? Oh gosh, that picture again. I don't even think they are sheep. I don't even know what they are. It's not my picture. I didn't put it up there. It didn't come with a house. My wife put it up there, and I've been saying ever since I don't like it. I prefer something a bit more, well, a bit less generic. I'd rather just get a canvas and just doodle something on there and just see what happens. I could make a picture better than that. And I'm not even an artist. That's what I should be doing. That should be one of my challenges. In fact, yep, there we go. You've asked me to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy myself a canvas and some paint, come up with a picture that's better than that one. Who's with me? People are soft anyhow, says Alan. In what way? I was cringing. Wet noodles, spider on your shoulder. Anyway, how are you doing? I don't mind a spider on my shoulder. They wouldn't make me a problem. That's why they're squishy. Giving you an advice read out in the comment in mind, then read it out loud for these guys are really good commentators. Did I miss something there? I might have missed something really important, but I can't think of what it was. I don't know what it was. I'm sorry. People ask, all right, that one again. Yep. Some pretzels were harmed. I find your cooking offensive. Jimmy always says something like that. What kind of thing do you eat? Oh, hello, Wilma. What are we doing in here? Wilma's come hobbling in. Come on. Why? What's coming here? Oh. There she comes in. She doesn't want to be here anyway. Defecating protogram. Would you like an endoscopy? Free of charge. Yeah, all right. I'll have one of those. I'll have anything if it's free. I was asked by the last weighed I was asked what the least I weighed was. 8 pound, my mum says. Sounds about right, I suppose. Dixie, enormous. Hi Jimmy, I fancy this girl at work and I really want to talk to her. Problem is, she has one tooth. What should I do? Well, it might be more than what you've got. You could always just talk to her and see if she's got some more knocking about. Leo, can I sub? Yes, you can. Of course you can. You can subscribe, you can like, you can do whatever you like. Oh. Well, that was, oh. Did something just go in my ear then? Because it felt like it. Oh, am I going to catch up with these? Because it's almost 10:30, and I did say 10:30 is when this live stream will be over with, where I do need to stop being a live stream man and start being an eaty man instead. This, oh, did you like that one? Yeah? Oh, hello, dog. My girl left me today, says Peterness. I think I like cock now. What do you think of my decision? Well, I suppose maybe that's why she left you, because you kept talking about it. Maybe she knew before you did. Anyway, good luck with that. Hi, Jimmy. Hugh G. Rection. Hugh G. Rection. I know somebody called that. Very good, yeah. Hi, Jimmy. What's your Ann Summers order? Well, you can't sell Ann Summers through here, Hugh. You're going to have to do it through your own live stream. But I can tell you what mine is, because this is mine. And obviously, if I can do my order straight through you now, that would really be helpful. Oh, I'm missing something here again. I wonder if, did I go on? No, I'm still in all messages. Picture of the week. That picture looks like roast chicken to me. Yeah, it could do. Or roast snails or something like that. Stephen Sausage. Another good name, Stephen Sausage. That's a 7 out of 10 for that one, I reckon. Hi, Jimmy. I failed my... Why do people think I'm called Jimmy now? Hi, Jimmy. I failed my driving test today. Is it normal that I reacted to to this by eating poo? Yes, it is. It's exactly what most people would do whilst driving and failing. You're on your driving test. You prove that you're not really capable of doing it properly. So the best thing you can do is do a poo and have a good munch. It's pretty well known, actually, that. A nice painting of Projects Nigel would look awesome above the fish tank. Yeah, would it? Yeah, maybe even if it was just for live streams. Cherwell Charm, hello Cherwell Charm. Wilma, it's been a while since my last time here. It must have been, yeah. Just add your own touch to the painting. No, I'd want to start afresh. I'd just want to do something completely new. Johnny Sins. That's the same Johnny Sins as before, isn't it? Ah, right. Hey, more Jimmys. Is this a new thing? Let's confuse him by calling him Jimmy. I'm all right with that. I don't mind. You can call me Jimmy if you like. Hey, Jimmy, what's your view on that asteroid thing hitting Earth? How big is your fish tank? Do you have enough milk in the fridge? Yeah, the fish tank isn't quite big enough to save us from an asteroid. Can you send it in the post? What's your hair routine? Says Mose Hasing. Didn't you ask that yesterday? Hi, Jimmy, an expletive for an edit. Hey, Jimmy, is your barber a prick? Yeah, so much so that I have nothing to do with him again. I mean, not for 30 years. I was like, no, you've annoyed me so much, I'm never having my haircut again. Well, why don't you just go to a different barber? Nope, I'm done with barbers. I'm going to never, ever talk to them ever again. I'm going to remove the word barber from my understanding of the English language and forget all about it. That's how bad. Yeah. Steve B says, what's your topic of conversation, sir? As I've just come across your channel. I don't know. It just seems to be whatever is happening. Whatever people throw at me, I end up talking about. And occasionally I think of my own thing to talk about, but I try not to do it for too long because it would be a distraction for all the comments that are happening. So really it's whatever you like. Jimmy Quinn, are you circumcised, bro? A flabber double will be finished in a minute anyway, I think. My mate ran off with my wife. I'm distraughted, I really miss him. Thankfully, my real name is not Jimmy, says Jimmy. No, it's Dave, isn't it, Jimmy? Yes. Forgiveness is underrated. That's what I was talking about with the comment baiters. Like huge erection. Read it in mind, otherwise I'd like to get baited. I'd like to get baited. Do you mean don't actually read out that name that is there to be read out and, oh no, I've said a naughty word. Yeah, I don't really care. You know, I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. Can you not tell? I'm not going to get all giddy about saying the word Hugh G. Raynos or whatever it was. No, it wasn't that, was it? No. Don't worry about it. Square Susan. Hi, Jimmy. Can I get a shout out? Jimmy, come on, mate. Out. Yes. Oh, it's Jimmy, is it? Well, hello. Fancy an examination, say. See how easy it is to change your host's name. As long as everybody's using it, that's what's going to happen, isn't it? Right then, as promised, I'm going to stop at, well, basically an hour and a half of live streaming, just because I don't want to be going on too long. I don't really want you getting bored and thinking, I really don't want to watch another live stream tonight, and then Boaty's live stream doesn't even get any views. He'd be awfully upset with that, wouldn't he? Gosh, I almost did a Kenneth Williams cross Boaty impression then. And that makes me think, actually, what if you cross the two together? What holiday, what is it holiday o'clock? Nah, it's difficult to do. Right, okay, last comment to read out, then I'm off, okay? I assume you're a gentleman of my age, says Steve B. How do you feel about the moral standing in the UK? How do you feel about the moral standing of the UK? Well, that rather depends on what else you're thinking about there, doesn't it? Personally, I think the UK's got an awful lot of problems going on at the moment that I'm not very happy with. I ate roadkill raccoon and got intestinal parasites, says Steve Lupoli. That means you didn't cook it properly. Bye all. See you all at Boaty's World. Somewhere on the internet tomorrow. 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 Okay. Do you want to call me something else tomorrow? Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye for now.